5 easy steps to create your first speculative evolution project. If you've ever wanted to build your own speculative world but didn't know where to start, this is for you. These 5 steps will guide you through the process and help you bring your ideas to life faster and with more clarity. To make it even easier, I'll walk you through a real example, the creation of the swamp ant, one of the key species from my own project, Arthrogenesis. I've already applied these steps myself, and trust me, they work. Oh, and I've also prepared a free template to help you get started with your own creatures. You can find the download link in the description. I've built my own world, now it's your turn. Let's dive in and create something extraordinary together. Every great speculative evolution creature begins not with the creature itself, but with its world. Before you even sketch its body or imagine its behavior, you must ask, where does it live? The environment is the silent architect. It dictates how your creature moves, what it eats, how it defends itself, and even how it looks. So before anything else, you must build the world that will shape it. Step 1. Pick a real or fictional environment. Your setting can be rooted in the real world, like a lush rainforest, arid desert, frozen tundra, or deep ocean, or it can be something entirely fictional, floating islands, radioactive wastelands, or toxic alien swamps are all fair game. Example, in my world of Hydrania, a continent dominated by vast bodies of water, I've chosen to place my creature in a lake biome, a thriving semi-enclosed aquatic ecosystem. Step 2. Understand the basic conditions. To truly bring your environment to life, ask yourself, is the climate hot, cold, or temperate? Is the area dry, wet, or a mix of both? Is it bright and sun-drenched, or cloaked in darkness? What kind of terrain defines it? Flat plains, mountain ranges, underwater caverns, or tangled root systems? Example, the lake I chose in Hydrania sits in a tropical temperate climate. It's perpetually wet and bordered by the dense, mysterious Hydranian forest, creating a blend of aquatic and terrestrial challenges. Step 3. Identify evolutionary pressures. Every environment comes with challenges that push creatures to evolve. Ask, are there predators that threaten your creature? Is food plentiful or scarce? Does the weather create hazards or obstacles? Is the terrain easy to move through or treacherous and dangerous? Example, the Hydranian lake teems with food sources, but this abundance fuels intense competition. It's also home to formidable aquatic predators, making survival a constant balancing act between feeding and fleeing. Pro tip, keep it simple when starting out. Focus on 1 or 2 major survival challenges. Whether it's avoiding predators or outcompeting rivals, clarity will sharpen your design and prevent creative overwhelm. Choosing the environment first will naturally give you ideas for what your creature needs to survive. It narrows your creativity in a good way. It gives your creature a purpose. Now that you've chosen your environment, it's time to ask one of the most important questions in speculative evolution. What makes survival difficult here? Every creature evolves for a reason. Evolution is nature's way of problem solving, so before you can design your creature's traits, you need to define the problems. These are the survival challenges, and they should come directly from the environment you've already built. Let's break down how to approach this step by step. 1. Identify natural threats. Think about the forces of nature that your creature must contend with. These threats push it to adapt or perish. Predators. What creatures might hunt or kill your organism? Competition. Are other species fighting for the same food, shelter, or territory? Climate and weather. Could storms, droughts, flooding, or extreme heat make survival harder. Terrain. Is the landscape easy to navigate, or does it pose dangers like cliffs, strong currents, or unstable surfaces? Example, in Lake Hydrania, survival isn't simple. There are predators lurking in the water, in the air, and even on land. Food might be abundant, but that only increases the number of rivals, other species that also feed on nectar and aquatic plants. For a swamp ant colony to thrive, they must adapt to the overwhelming presence of competitors and predators, all while navigating a water-rich continent that challenges traditional ant survival. 2. Consider resource scarcity. Survival isn't just about avoiding threats, it's about securing enough resources to thrive. Ask, food. Is food limited? What kind of food does your creature need, and how hard is it to get? Water. In some environments, water is the scarcest resource. How will your creature manage it? Shelter. Can your creature find safe places to rest, hide, or build nests? Or is exposure constant? Example. In Lake Hydrania, there's plenty of food, but the real challenge lies in holding territory. Swamp ants must defend their zones fiercely, not just from aquatic predators, but also from other colonies that want to claim the same resources. 3. Design adaptations to overcome these challenges. Once you've defined the obstacles, you can begin crafting how your creature responds. Evolution solves problems through physical and behavioral adaptations. Camouflage. Does your creature need to blend into the environment to stay safe? Speed or strength? Must it escape quickly, fight off predators, or overpower competitors? Unique body features. Think of traits like thick fur, gills, webbed limbs, tough shells, or elongated jaws, whatever the environment demands. Social behavior. Does your creature live alone or in a group? Social structure can be key to defense, hunting, or survival. Example, the swamp ant is an expert at aquatic survival. It has evolved webbed feet for swimming, the ability to dive and remain underwater, and a larger, tougher body to withstand predators. As eusocial insects, they rely on colony cooperation to defend territory, raise young, and scout for food, a perfect match for their demanding ecosystem. Pro tips. Keep it logical yet imaginative. Even in speculative worlds, your creature's adaptations should reflect clear evolutionary logic. Don't overcomplicate it. Start with 1 or 2 major challenges and let those shape everything else. When you define survival challenges, you're not just building a world, you're setting the rules of the evolutionary game, and every trait your creature develops from this point on will be a direct response to those rules. This is where the story of your creature truly begins. At this stage, your creature begins to take form, literally. You've already defined its environment and the trials it must overcome. Now it's time to sculpt a body that can survive and thrive within those conditions. This is where speculation meets logic. Every shape, limb, and adaptation must serve a purpose. 1. Define the body shape. The body shape is the foundation. It dictates how your creature moves, how it interacts with its surroundings, and how it responds to threats or opportunities. Ask yourself, what kind of terrain must it navigate? What locomotion style makes sense? Example, the swamp ant of Lake Hydrania has evolved webbed feet and semi-aquatic lungs, allowing it to forage, fight, and flee in both aquatic and terrestrial zones. 2. Design key. Adaptations. Adaptations are the tools your creature develops in response to survival challenges. Each adaptation should serve a clear defensive, offensive, sensory, or dietary function. Defensive adaptations. Your creature must avoid becoming prey. Useful features may include tough armor or exoskeletons for protection against bites or strikes. Camouflage, to blend into foliage, sand, or aquatic vegetation. Venom stingers, to deliver pain or toxins to predators. Offensive adaptations. If your creature hunts or competes aggressively, it may evolve mandibles, claws, or fangs, tools for capturing, killing, or manipulating food, venom or paralysis, agents for subduing prey. Speed and agility, built for fast strikes or quick escapes. Sensory adaptations. How does your creature perceive its world? Low light vision, in caves, deep water, or dense forests. Enhanced hearing or smell, useful where visibility is limited. Vibrational or thermal detection, for detecting movement or heat in hidden prey. Dietary adaptations. What your creature eats influences its internal biology, specialized teeth or mandibles, grinding for plants, piercing for meat. Efficient digestion, essential for survival in food-scarce zones, especially for omnivores. Example: the swamp ant is an omnivore, so it has powerful mandibles for biting prey and cutting vegetation, a venomous stinger for defense and immobilizing small animals, a green-hued exoskeleton for blending into dense aquatic vegetation, making it harder for predators to detect. 3. Functional design. Avoid the cool but useless trap. Your creature's features should all contribute meaningfully to its survival. Ask yourself, does this feature actually help with movement, defense, or survival? Are any traits redundant or biologically unnecessary? Example: a thick fur coat might look dramatic, but if your creature lives in a warm, wet swamp, it's not only unrealistic, it's a disadvantage. Evolution wouldn't waste energy developing it. Pro tips. Start simple. Focus on 2 to 3 major adaptations tied directly to survival challenges. Keep it functional. Every trait should serve a biological or ecological purpose. Balance creativity and logic. Unusual traits are great if they make evolutionary sense. Think systems, not parts. How do traits work together to form a coherent organism? Your creature is no longer just an idea. It's starting to breathe, move, and adapt. By the end of this chapter, it's no longer just a bug or just a monster. It's a survivor, shaped by the world around it, honed by pressure, and alive in your speculative ecosystem. Once you've shaped your creature and given it physical adaptations, the next step is to decide what it eats and how it behaves. This is where your creature truly comes to life, not just in how it looks, but in how it acts and survives within its ecosystem. 1. Start with the diet. A creature's diet influences everything, from its teeth and digestive system to its daily routine and social habits. Is it a carnivore? Eats other animals. Typically possesses tools for hunting, sharp teeth, claws, strong limbs, or venom. May stalk, ambush, or chase prey. Requires high-energy food, so it may not feed often, but must hunt effectively. Is it a herbivore? Consumes plants, algae, fungi, or even bark. Likely has grinding teeth or specialized digestive structures, such as fermentation chambers or multiple stomachs. Needs to eat frequently to obtain enough nutrients. Often lives in groups to reduce the risk of predation. Is it an omnivore? Eats both plant and animal matter. Highly adaptable, can scavenge, hunt, and forage as needed. Can survive in diverse environments with varied food availability. Is it a detritivore/scavenger? Feeds on dead or decaying organisms, organic waste, or decomposing matter. Plays a vital role in nutrient recycling. Might have powerful jaws, acidic saliva, or gut flora to break down tough materials. Example: the swamp ant is an omnivore. It feeds on nectar, aquatic plants, insect carcasses, and even hunts smaller insects, making it highly versatile within the ecosystem of Lake Hydrania. Pro tip: a creature's diet must make sense in both its habitat and body structure. For instance, a fast-running desert creature probably doesn't specialize in grazing slow-growing moss. 2. Define its behavior. Behavior answers the question, how does your creature live day to day? Consider how it interacts with its world, other creatures, and its own kind. Is it solitary or social? Solitary, territorial, stealthy, and often aggressive. Usually interacts with others only to mate. Social, lives in groups, herds, or colonies. Likely to exhibit teamwork, communication, and even cooperative child rearing. When is it active? Diurnal, active during the day, may rely more on vision. Nocturnal, active at night, may depend more on smell, sound, or heat detection. Crepuscular, active at dawn and dusk, often a strategy to avoid the extremes of daylight and darkness. Cathemeral, active at random intervals throughout both day and night. Does it exhibit smart or instinctive behaviors? Tool use, mimicry, migration, burrowing, or trap building, communication through color, movement, or sound. Some creatures may feign death or use camouflage as a defense. Does it build or inhabit structures? Constructs burrows, nests, hives, webs, or shelters. May use environmental features like hollow logs, mud mounds, or even live symbiotically inside other organisms. Example, the swamp ant is cathemeral, active both day and night. As a eusocial creature, it lives in colonies with a collective intelligence, functioning as a superorganism. Members work together to hunt, forage, and build complex nests in unison. Diet and behavior give your creature depth and purpose. Its diet shapes its anatomy and ecological role. Its behavior determines how it navigates survival, social interactions, and its niche within the world you've built. This is the fun part, where creativity meets science. Once you've built a logical, functional creature, it's time to give it a unique twist. Evolution doesn't always produce perfect or symmetrical designs. In fact, nature is full of the strange, the extreme, and the unexpected, bizarre traits that evolve due to very specific pressures or even random mutations. These are known as evolutionary anomalies, the wild features that make your creature unforgettable. 1. What is an evolutionary anomaly? An evolutionary anomaly is a strange or exaggerated trait that evolved through unique environmental pressures, sexual selection, beneficial mutations, co-evolution with other species. It's not realistic in a conventional sense, but it's biologically plausible and deeply fascinating. These traits often make a creature feel more alive, unpredictable, and memorable. 2. Types of strange traits. You can add sensory extremes, insect echolocation, eyes that perceive infrared or ultraviolet, antennae that detect seismic vibrations through rock or water, biological weapons, acid-spraying mandibles, electric discharges like electric eels, exploding toxin glands, similar to real-world suicidal ants, weird body structures, oversized claws, tusks, or horns used in combat or courtship, transparent or translucent skin for camouflage, multiple limbs for grappling, swimming, or gliding, color and display bioluminescence for communication or deception, flashy mating displays involving glowing pigments or pulsing patterns, skin that changes color and texture to match surroundings like cuttlefish, unusual behavior, playing dead as a survival instinct, using other species as tools, transport, or even shelter, symbiosis or parasitism, coordinated dance rituals, sound mimicry, or swarm illusions. 3. Why add these traits? They make your creature stand out and feel alive. They mirror how evolution can lead to unexpected, radical adaptations. They give your world its own flavor, a distinct biological identity that sparks curiosity. Example: the swamp ant is a prime case of evolutionary anomaly. It evolved the ability to dive and swim, an extraordinary trait for an ant. This adaptation arose in response to environmental opportunities, exploiting aquatic resources in Lake Hydrangea, and pressures, escaping intense competition on land. Over time, the swamp ant developed multiple unusual adaptations that go far beyond what a typical ant could achieve, yet all are grounded in evolutionary logic. 4. Tips to design your own anomalies. Ask bold, what if questions. Ensure the trait serves a purpose, even if it looks weird. Link it to a specific behavioral or environmental advantage. Use anomalies to explore your creature's niche, survival tactics, or mating strategy. This step is your creative license to break away from biological norms without breaking the rules of evolution. These strange traits are your creature's signature, the detail that makes people stop and say, "Whoa, I've never seen anything like that." And there you have it. The 5 essential steps to creating your own unique and scientifically plausible speculative evolution creature. From shaping its body structure, designing functional adaptations, defining its diet and behavior, to adding that final touch of evolutionary anomaly, each step helps bring your creature to life in a way that feels believable and exciting. Now it's your turn to imagine. Build your world, ask why and how, and let science and creativity work together. If you found this helpful or inspiring, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you won't miss more Spec Evo content from this channel. See you in the next video.